Hello, everyone. My name is Josh, and this is the Skype 4B Recap, your weekly one stop shop for what's new, what's been going on in the Skype for Business and Microsoft UC community in general. Really, just kind of news on product updates and industry announcements related to Skype for Business Online, etc. So, this is the format. For those of you that have been here over and over again, or at least once or twice before, you'll notice I'm changing things up a little bit. We have, first off, the title screen. I was kind of lacking one for a while, lost that file, and was lazy to put one together. And I finally put another one together. Not too colorful there, but trying to just clean it up a little bit. Put the name of the show, put my Twitter handle, my website on there. So if you want to contact me on Twitter or via my website and the blog, you can go back to the title screen and check that out. I also have that contact information in the description of the YouTube video. What else is new? The background. The background is new. You'll see back here I've put up my bookcase with trinkets from my time in Okinawa and my giant collection of technical books, my huge library there. A few older ones, some Visual Basic stuff, Link Server 2013 Unleashed, all that good stuff. So that's there. And on this side, I put up my handy dandy little whiteboard that I just got. Going to be using this for keeping track of what's going on, keep myself organized, taking notes at work and everything. But for the show, I figured I could put up a couple hashtags. One, the name of the show. And two, the one we're talking about today, we have Build 2016. So you'll notice I also tried my hand at art, and it didn't turn out quite that great. Put the Microsoft logo up there, just sketched with some dry erase markers, and I didn't have the right colors, so it's a little off. But hey, I tried, right? Trying to put a little bit of spice into the show. I probably need to put something up on the walls in the back. Maybe put a plant up. I don't know, a little color. At any rate, I'm trying to up the production quality of the show. The biggest thing this week is that I got a new machine. I'm now using a Lenovo IdeaPad Y700, and I got a gaming laptop because even though I'm not a gamer at all, I wanted something that could do really good graphics, that could keep up with recording at high resolutions and decent frame rates for the shows, for how-to videos and these shows, and then also I wanted a machine that was robust and beefy enough to handle putting Hyper-V on it and running a few different VMs for lab purposes, etc. And so that's got a 16 gig machine with an i7 processor. It's got 256 gigs of SSD on it, plus a terabyte of HDD, and then we got a good graphics processor in there, NVIDIA GeForce. So that's all helping quite a bit. I'm able now to record at 1080p without my machine screaming or getting hot. That's pretty awesome. I did add a webcam for that. Without the webcam, I would have been recording at 720p, which is still decent, but again, trying to, up the production quality. So, between the Blue Yeti for the sound and the microphone for the video quality and the machine for being able to handle this high of graphics processing, we're on to something better, I think. So, I'm excited. All right. Now that we've gone over that, let me log back into this machine on the side, as this is where I've got my notes. And we are going to start with talking about Build 2016 stuff. Now, last week I shared out my screen so that you guys could see what I was talking about while still seeing me down in the corner, and I got good feedback on that. That was a positive change to the show, and I'm going to keep up with that. At the moment, I do not have a separate monitor attached. So when I switch from my to this new scene in which I'm sharing my screen, we're gonna see my XSplit app kind of go off into infinity for a brief second. So pardon that transition. Whoa, there it is. All right, and out. Great. All right. First announcement, actually a bunch of these announcements are all from blog.thoughtstuff.co.uk, which is Tom Morgan's blog. Tom Morgan is an Office Servers and Services MVP. He is a very talented developer, and so he has a great interest in the Build conference, obviously. The first thing that not the first thing that he put out there, but that I'm going to touch on, is that Microsoft has announced this Skype for Business app SDK for mobile applications. If you are a developer and you like to dabble in mobile applications and you have mobile apps that you've been wanting to bring Skype for Business functionality into, rejoice. You are now going to be able to do that on iOS and Android. No Windows Phone yet. But as they call out in here, while there's no sign of Windows Phone support, they really wanted to target the platforms that were used the most. And by a long shot, that would be iOS and Android. There is a sign-up page down here, which I have pulled up over here. And you need to sign up to get notified when the preview actually is released, so that you can sign up again. So that's how this goes. So if you're a developer and you're looking to do some mobile application development around Skype for Business, that preview is coming. Sign up so that you don't miss that announcement. All right. The next thing we have is the Skype Web SDK is now GA. For a while, the Web SDK has been in preview, and we are now in general availability, so that is awesome. Tom did a great job here highlighting all these different features that are now in GA and out of preview. Then below this, we have features that are going to remain in preview. All right, and in the middle, this kind of spirals me into my next topic here. We have features that are GA for on-prem users, but are not available for online users. That takes us over to this announcement. The Skype Web SDK is now available with Office 365. So you can develop not just against your on-prem environment, but you can develop against the Office 365 environment for the Skype Web SDK. That is super awesome, especially as hybrid and Office 365 continue to take more and more root out there. So very good information there. This is a great blog post because Tom goes and goes through prerequisites and then step-by-step screenshots. Very well written, very clean. If you guys are looking to get your feet wet in developing the with the Skype Web SDK against Office 365, this blog post is your starting point. So be sure to check that out. As always, the links to these posts and everything, I'm going to put them in the YouTube video description. So, next up, another announcement from Tom's blog. That is that Microsoft announces the preview of the Skype bot platform. Now, this kind of got some of our attention. What's this about? This is Skype. This is not Skype for Business. So let's make that point clear first out. But essentially, it is a platform that will allow developers to create automated applications that Skype consumer users can interact with via an IM window. So instead of IMing with a person, they're IMing with a bot, and each bot is configured to do a particular task or fulfill a particular purpose. Microsoft has released a number of them already. Let me jump over to their announcement here on blog.skype.com. The first big piece of this is there is a new client, a new Skype client released, and it is for Windows, Android, and the iPhone. This new client obviously brings with it this bot functionality. So very cool there. You'll need to start there to start kicking the tires on preview. To preview them, or the preview for them, is already in place to allow users to provide feedback to make this better. And the preview program is in Australia, Canada, England, Ireland, India, New Zealand, Singapore, and the US. So if you're in one of those countries, you can begin kicking the tires on this preview. There's also a Skype developer program, skype.com/developer, that'll allow developers to get started with building their own bots right away. Again, preview, I believe, but this is a great way as a developer to start automating and building some of your own bots to let your to let Skype users interact in its own way. I don't know if it says anything about it in this blog post. It might back over on Tom's. Yeah, so here are some sample bots from the Build 2016 discussion. BuildBot can help you navigate the Microsoft Build conference from Skype. You've got Bing Image Bot, so you're going to be searching the web for images or memes or whatever through this bot. Bing Music Bot, Bing News Bot, a caption bot, and it says I can understand the content of any image and I'll try to describe it as well as it can. That's pretty cool. There's a Domino's Pizza Bot, which I saw, is a little bit of that on Twitter. So that's pretty cool. He really breaks this down very well, and then of course includes a link to a YouTube video for this. Very cool announcement. This is a really big thing. Of course, the big question for all of us in the Skype for Business community is, will this be coming to Skype for Business? That's awesome about Skype, but there are a huge amount of potential use cases that this could fulfill in the Skype for Business world. Enterprises serving their end users through these bots. This could be huge. So we're going to be watching this very closely to see if it breaks that barrier into Skype for Business. So good announcements out of Build 2016. Very good stuff, even if you're not a developer. The next item here is over here. GregandSydney.com. Greg Sheridan, an Office Servers and Services MVP. He is a lively Twitter community member. He is a cool guy. Interacted with him several times. And he is extremely valuable member of the community. He's put a number of helpful scripts and tools out there. I've talked about a couple of them here in the past. This latest one he's put out is this PowerShell script, compare-PKI certificates. It allows you to compare two different certificates in a window side by side, and it goes and makes a comparison of what's different in each one. Super helpful when you're replacing a certificate, especially if there's like a billion SAN entries in a certificate and you don't want to miss that one when you're converting over to a new cert. This will really help you identify that. In his blog post, he calls out some shortcomings and weaknesses, and then what the features are, a brief little how-to, and then he of course includes the download, which is the TechNet gallery. So drop in there, pick that up, and start kicking the tires on it. When I reshared it on Twitter, he went ahead and sent me replied to my tweet and said that there is an upcoming update SFB certificate that is coming, and that is going to be an even more robust PowerShell script. It's going to be pretty much be wrapped around this checker one that we already have here. And that's going to actually allow us to generate the requests for a new cert. So great work. Keep it up, Greg. We really appreciate the tools. Awesome stuff here. Next up was a brief conversation I saw between Mr. Jamie Stark of Skype for Business at Microsoft. And he had made a quick little announcement or shared a link to a one-stop shop for grabbing all the Skype for Business clients over at products.office.com. And then we had someone say that they were getting excited thinking the new Mac client had arrived. Jamie, I'm sure as he's had to say a million times, had to say, yeah, I know, but definitely sign up for SkypePreview.com. First release of the Mac Skype for Business client is coming next month with meetings. He said that in March 29th, albeit a couple days ago. It is now April 1st. So I assume that means that in April we should see this first version of the Mac Skype for Business client. Now, as he points out, it is going to be just for meetings. It's not going to be the full-blown client. It's going to be a client that you can use in meetings. So if you're not on SkypePreview.com already signed up and you are a Mac user, go sign up. Be a part of that preview. Kick the tires on this phased approach they're doing. Let them know where it's good, where it's not, because we really want to make sure that this new Skype client, this new Skype for Business client for Macs, it does not get the same reputation that the current one has. So for Link 20 the link for Mac 2011, whatever it's called. So, at any rate, that's today's news. Hope this has been helpful for you guys. Hope it brings you up to speed and kind of clues you into what's new. Same time next week, put another video out there. Please provide feedback as I'm making some of these changes to the show. If you like them or have suggestions or what your thoughts on the quality, I'm all ears. I want to hear it. You can hit me on Twitter. You can hit me on my blog. You can hit me on YouTube. Any of those places. Let me know what you think. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Let me zoom back over to my... Whoa. There we go. Thanks for tuning in again. Thanks for watching. Please, if you're not subscribed on YouTube, don't hesitate to subscribe. And if you find it useful and helpful, hey, share it in your social circles. I appreciate it. All right? Thanks for tuning in, and we will talk to you guys next week. Adios.